live.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Okay.
Always on.
It's been 9 seconds.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
How's everybody doing this evening? We are at the New Deer Camp, and we actually have cell service. So we thought it would be super cool to do a live.
Super exciting.
Yeah. So hope everybody had a great Christmas. How was your Christmas?
It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice. Had all the family over, and I got COVID right after Thanksgiving.
COVID.
Right. And so, but it was actually super awesome because I had that whole week of being sick, but then I was super well for all the rest of the holiday fun. So it was great. I had a great time. Our whole family was there, and yeah, it was awesome.
All right. So if you're watching this, we're new to this whole live thing. So if you would say something in the chat just so we know it's working. Oh, there we go. Thanks, Justin. Awesome. Happy New Year to you. Yes. So yeah, this was a really good season. I've thankfully got a whole bunch of taxidermy bills coming.
That's fine.
Good problem to have,
Oh, yeah.
right? Happy New Year, Robert. Thanks for joining us this evening. Yeah, and you shot an antelope this year.
Yeah, that was fun.
It's been, 10 years since we've been out to Wyoming.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
One shot, dropped her right in her tracks,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yeah. Awesome. Megatron 84, Jason, thank you. Happy New Year to you. Thanks for joining us this evening.
You also got an antelope, didn't you?
Yes. Antelope buck.
Yeah.
That's my nicest one yet.
Technically, we got a double.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same morning hunt. Yeah, I shot mine. The others ran by you. It was a little game of ping pong and got a double.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, Jeremy. Totally understand. Hang out with your family. That's more important. Happy New Year, Mike. Thanks for joining us. KNS, thank you. Happy New Year. So let's see, a couple weeks ago, I had posted a picture of the drop time buck that I shot this year and asked everybody to guess what the score was. Not that it matters anyways. I think it's a beautiful buck no matter what the score is. But I wanted to get one that might go into the CBM, books, if you will. And so lots of great guesses. I still have no idea what that buck will score. So it takes 60 days for it to dry. So I shot on November 11th. So January 11th, it'll be 60 days. So I've been talking to my buddy Bill, who's a CBM scorer, and he will measure that. And I'll do a video on it and get that released. And I'm not sure what we'll be giving away yet, but enjoying those Rolos. Huh?
I probably shouldn't have been stuffing my face, but it's New Year's, so.
That's a good guess, Jeremy. I don't know. I'm gonna guess 110 for myself. I'll write that down. I'm sure it won't be an exact 110, but that's my guess. Let's see, Mike. Any plans for changes at the new camp? Yeah. Definitely gonna be building some blinds. Amy and I did a bunch of scouting today. We found some nice goat paths going right through the woods, through some swampy areas. Definitely great stand locations for the future. Saw buck rubs, scrapes. We've got about a ½ inch of snow, but you could still see, the sign from this past fall, and definitely got some deer in the area.
Yeah, it was gorgeous out. There was just light snow falling, and it's a super adventurous piece. And as far as the camp itself, the only thing it's missing, in my opinion, is the bathroom situation and shower.
Well, we got the outhouse.
We do, and also accommodations for females if we want to. So anyway, it works okay. And but someday we would like to maybe get something going. But since we don't come up here all the time, we wouldn't want it to freeze. And if it's going to be a big ordeal, it's probably not worth it, or if it's going to if there's going to be a chance that it's going to damage our camp in any way, then
Yeah,
it wouldn't be worth it.
we might. I think drilling a well would be nice.
Mhm.
So yeah, I could see us doing that in the next year. Happy New Year, Juddy. Great to hear from you. Robert, 40 acres at the new camp. Mike, there are a lot of grouse around. Yeah, tons. We've been seeing more predators since season. I've got 3 cameras set up here at the new camp.
Mhm.
Way more predators than we have deer, unfortunately. But that's the cards we're dealt right now. Happy New Year, Northwoods. Thanks for joining us. Next, upgrades to the camp too. We got some more bunk beds to add. My buddy Jeff down in Florida, if you've been following, Jeff was here 2021, and he believes he's coming back this fall again. Got some more nephews come. I think Luke said he'll be back, probably Brody too. So let's see. Happy New Year's, Flying Eagle Outdoors. These guys rock. You guys got to check out their channel if you haven't already. All kinds of good deer camp content. Robert, yeah, right now we decide we're going to keep the old camp. Basically, our thought is as long as we continue to use it, we'll continue to keep it.
Yeah,
But
we've
if
had
it-
it for 20 years, so it has some
Yeah.
sentimental value. I'm not really interested in staying at the old camp ever again
What?
overnight, because this is quite a big upgrade. I didn't mind the other camp, but it's just a very old trailer, and so this feels a lot safer. And we haven't found one bit of mouse poop anywhere, so it's a major upgrade.
Yeah, it is pretty cushy, guys.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. So check this out. This is what I got for Christmas from my wife. Anybody know what this is? I agree. Venison's better than a ground chuck.
Hmm.
Anybody know what this thing is? What is this? I got it for Christmas from Amy.
I know it has an official name, but it's basically an 1800s water bottle. So I had it commissioned from a girl that we know, who is a leather worker, leatherman, and she literally took a piece of leather and wet formed it, and then she stuffs it with beans to have it hold its shape, and then she hand sews all the lining all around it, lets it dry for about a week, and then she gives it a bath in almost boiling beeswax. And what that does is that gives it a forever coating, and also it gives it like a it's like a cleansing properties to it. I wouldn't trust it to put it in a stream, or anything, but I'm sure that's what they did back in the 1800s. And it has a little tiny taste of honey, and it's weatherproof and waterproof forever. So it's pretty cool. And she handmade it, and
Nice. I love it.
good.
Thank
I
you.
do too. You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, she does beautiful work.
Sure does. Thank you, Jason. Happy New Year. Yeah, so we own 80 acres between the two camps, and then one of the camps kind of nearby. We've got several hundred acres of public that we can hunt. And then the other camp, there's tens of thousands of acres of public land nearby that we can take advantage of. Amy and I went driving the logging roads today, found some new potential spots for this fall that look really good. They're into getting into the elevation mix of hardwoods, the white cedars, just good stuff.
Yeah.
Mike asked if we're gonna put the drop time buck, I assume you mean, on the camp wall. That's gonna be hanging in my living room for now. Yeah,
wanna be able
drop
to see it
time. Okay,
too.
there we go. Yeah, it might eventually go on the camp wall, but this one over my shoulder is my first buck I ever arrowed with a compound bow. So I brought that one up here for now, kind of working my way in. My other camp, I've had some problems with thieves, people breaking in, unfortunately. So I'm a little shy about bringing the mounts up here. Good evening, David. Thanks for joining us. Happy New Year to you. Go blue. Yeah. Let's see. The doe from yesterday's video. So it was a poor shot. So she was a bit of a runner. She went maybe 120 yards total. Maybe I don't think it's quite 150. But anyways, I knew it was the shot wasn't great. And I did actually hear her rock out. I just wasn't positive. But it all made sense the next day when Brian found her for me. But I had to get to work. So I dropped him a pin, and my son-in-law Brian went and tracked that doe for me. Of course she ran for the worst spot imaginable. Yeah, go Lions. That was a tough game yesterday. Yeah, yep, exactly. I maybe failed to give Brian some of the details about where she ran.
He has the best attitude, though. He really does. He's just like, came after work or whatever, or maybe it was in the morning. He was like, found her.
Yeah, he found her right away. Yeah, we gave those boots a good test, didn't we? And Jody, you did a review on those too, is that right? So yeah, I've got So I've got my antelope buck I'm getting a shoulder mount on. I've got my mule deer buck from Wyoming. I'm getting a shoulder mount on that. The drop time buck and the buck I shot in Georgia. And speaking of Georgia, thank you, Eric. Eric's a great friend. He's been a viewer for quite some time. He had extended an invite for us to go down to his Georgia deer camp and do that hunt with him. He's got a ton of work into that deer camp, and it was just incredibly kind of him to let us all join him and hunt this year. Super appreciate that. You might have noticed the new Camp Benny song. That song was written by a Camp Benny viewer and follower named Carl. And Carl's down in Alabama. And we got chatting one day, and Carl is very gifted when it comes to writing music. And he offered to write an intro for the Camp Benny videos. Super kind of him. So we had an artist in Nashville contracted to sing the song for us. And voila. And I've had quite a few people make comments about how can they get a copy of the song to add to their playlist. So I found a service that I went ahead and submitted the song to that I think in about 5 weeks, you should be able to go to like Pandora and Amazon Music, any of the popular platforms, even YouTube Music, and find the Camp Benny song. Probably could just search under Super Excited or Camp Benny.
Yeah, he put a lot of work into that and just did it very willingly and kind of kind of under the radar kind of guy, humble.
Yeah,
He did a great job.
he did. I can't believe it,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, it's a great blessing. David, it looks like you're going out tomorrow for final hunt. Good luck to you. Thank you, Mike. Let's see. Yeah, shot that with the 450 Flying Eagle Outdoors. Yep. Are you? Well, I don't know if you're talking about the doe from yesterday or if you're talking about the buck in Georgia, because I got to ramble in there for a bit, but I actually shot both with the 450, so it doesn't matter. 450 is very effective. Honestly, I've got you guys, if you've been following the Camp Benny stuff for long, I've been hunting with the 350 Legend and 450 Bushmaster. I love both those cartridges. We've shot a lot of deer with both of those. Very effective. If I had to, I don't know. I hate to pick a favorite, but
He doesn't
if I
have a
had
favorite.
yeah,
I usually use one. He uses the other.
Whatever
And switch.
yeah, whatever the mood strikes, that day.
Mhm.
But probably, I don't know. Lately, I've just been in the 450 Bushmaster mood. I haven't gotten the 350 Legend out this year. Let's see. What do I got here? What else for notes? Any questions? Anything you guys want to throw at us before we sign out and go and ring in the new year? Just for fun here, I could just bring up some of the most common questions that I seem to get year over year. Where were we in Arkansas, Mike? Why am I drawing a blank?
I'm good at other things, but not directions.
It was 2 seasons ago now. Wow. Let me chew on that. I'm not sure. I can't remember. So we get asked the question a lot, why do you whisper in camp? Or after we've shot a deer. And I don't know about you all, but when I'm in the woods, I've kind of created a habit of I tend to whisper. If I ever want to hunt that area again, I'm not looking to put out there as loud as I can, noise and racket. Just, I don't see any wisdom in that. Even if I shot the biggest buck of my life, I probably wouldn't be that guy that screams at the top of his lungs. I don't blame the person that does. It's just kind of my own thing, I guess. Quite a few of our stand locations we hunt again, and we even hunt maybe hours later. I've had times where I've shot a deer and I've got more tags. So I'm happy, I'm excited, but I just go ahead and rack another round in and keep on hunting or knock another arrow. I've had hunts where I've shot, 3 deer, in one sit. That probably wouldn't happen if I was being super loud out in the woods.
Yeah, and I think that
Happy New Year, Walter.
Yeah, like I didn't grow up in a hunting family at all. I grew up with parents who I would say were against guns. And they're not anymore, but I didn't have any experience with hunting. So everything I know, I've learned from Camp Benny. And I always just kind of saw that as a respect factor. I'm not saying you're disrespectful if you don't whisper in the woods, but it's a good habit to get into, even if you don't have to, both for other hunters, and it just feels more respectful, maybe even to like the animals and to the environment. And I don't know, it just is something that we've always gotten in the habit of, and we've always tried to teach our kids as well, that it's just best practices to whisper if you can, if you remember.
Hello, Rodney. Rodney from Central PA. Happy New Year. Thank you, Trent. Appreciate that. Happy New Year to you. Flying Eagle. How far off the main road? So we're 3/4 of a mile back,
Mhm.
almost a full mile.
Mhm.
Yeah, getting power back here. I think it would be possible,
I don't think we would
maybe,
need
but
it. I mean,
yeah, I'm kind of thinking about. I'd like to rig up one of those deals where we can at least flip a switch that flips the generator on, and then if we could invest in something to, dampen the sound quite a bit. I've
mhm.
done a fair amount of research on that. Right now, we've got it in a shed, and I've closed the doors on it that's facing the camp. That helped a lot.
The other doors are open though.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear the generator right now, but I know it made a huge difference. I didn't do that during
Mhm.
hunting season, but thank you, David. Really
that's nice.
appreciate that. It's very nice of you. Yeah, good question, Mike. So the Flying Eagle guys, they're on the chat right now. I would definitely check out their deer camp videos and hunting videos. Those guys are awesome. They're out of Wisconsin. In fact, I'm probably going to be doing. Well, I'm going to be doing a turkey hunt with them this spring over in Wisconsin. I've never turkey hunted there, so I'm super excited about that. Let's see. There's several other deer camp ones. There's one in Minnesota. They do one video a year. I think it's called Experience Outdoors. I'm still trying to find the email that tells me where in Arkansas we hunted. Man, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on that. Oh yeah, Full Quiver with Gabe. Definitely a good suggestion. Let's see, probably said, but I don't get to see all the videos. Private state land, any habitat improvements for, okay, yeah. So Jason, good question. Yeah, so we hunt both private and public land. I would say most of us are hunting public land. Uh, we have our private land spots are kind of those proven sets, but yeah, most of what we do is public land. Most of the exploring Amy and I did today, I mean, we checked out the property, more so the new camp, just to get a better understanding. But
Mhm.
we found a lot of good future stand spots on the public land nearby. Let's see.
Any habitat improvements?
Habitat improvements. At the new camp, there's a chance. So I'm trying to pick up another 40 that adjoins. If I can, that has a lot of timber that's already been cleared. I'd love to do some food plots in there.
Mhm.
The original camp, we thought about doing some hinge cuts there. Maybe some food plots too. Power lines, I think, would be a good spot where I have the box blind that you guys been seeing over the years.
Do you
Maybe,
read that one?
see, deer camp in Mason County by Walla Halla. I've been looking for property to go with UP. Looks like so much fun. Yeah, Big Woods is challenging for sure up here. Got definitely a lot of different challenges thrown at us than what we have hunting back home. But it's awesome for sure. I think of, back home, back in the day when I would hunt on the gun opener, to me, it sounded like it was like a World War III thing, just so many shots. And it was fun in its own way, right? But up here, we heard 5 shots in a whole week.
Mhm.
Some of that is because the deer herd sucks so bad. But yeah, it's we make it work. I don't know if did I mention earlier when the gentleman asked about camp improvements that we're going to add some bunks? Yeah, I think I did do that. Yeah. Yeah. What else? I do get asked the question a fair amount every year. Why is it that we drag our deer without gutting them? Not saying this to try and brag or anything, but I've shot over 100 whitetail, and I've shot plenty and gutted them and then drug them, and then plenty that I did not gut them until after I drug them somewhere else. And it all just goes with whatever I'm feeling at the time. Generally especially when we're up here in the UP, we're looking to just kind of get into that spot, grab, tag the deer, obviously, and then get it out of there and then take care of it. It just seems to be the least amount of impact to that area because we plan on continuing to hunt it. That being said, I had a doe that I shot this year, the one I shot on Thanksgiving that I called the George doe, if you guys watched that video. I gutted that doe right there. And then a doe that I shot weeks later or whatever, she was coming right to that doe's gut pile. I mean, to eat what that doe had been eating. So, I mean, I understand that it's not necessarily going to scare all the deer away, but the methodology is just get in and get out. I think there's nothing wrong with that. If they're a little heavier, we're grown men, right? We can.
Well, I'm not, but.
Yeah, but.
But I don't drag my own deer anyway.
It's not like it's so much weight that it's just this big deal killer. We're toughen up.
So what he's saying is it's more manly to drag out the whole deer. Just kidding.
Yeah, it's not about trying to be manly. It's just like
He doesn't have to try.
I'm not worried about a little extra work. It's just not something that would deter me.
I mean, he moved a whole tree to get in here tonight or this weekend.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So we're heading up to camp, and we're almost 3/4 of a mile back, and there's a big balsam, 12-inch, 14-inch trunk on it across the 2-track coming into camp. Like, oh. And guess who did not bring a saw? Me. So we have like an hour drive to a hardware store, and I buy an electric chainsaw, which is a little tough for me because I'm used to always having the gas chainsaw.
You have some comments.
I'm like, all right, I'll try this electric chainsaw. So I'm charging it up on the way back to camp. We finally get to camp. It's dark. This is yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Put the battery in the saw, get the oil on it and all that. Go to start it. Doesn't work. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So I watch all these unbox reviews and stuff. It wouldn't work. It was dead. It was a brand new saw and it didn't work. It was one of those Ryobi 40 volt. I'm sure the saws are good, but leave it to me to pick the one saw on the shelf that doesn't work. Our trip back, we exchange it. Our trip back. So we blew 4 hours yesterday just trying to take care of this stupid tree so we could drive into camp. But here we are, enjoying ourselves.
Yeah. Ready
for the new year.
You did a great job. I wasn't very helpful.
Thanks for cheering me on.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, let's see. Happy New Year, David. Jason, do you drive straight to camp on the way up, back, or do you have some favorite stops? Prairie River. Oh, well, we like Clyde's, but they're usually they're close
You've
by now.
Done this,
but
haven't you? No.
Oh, let's see. What else we got going here? Yeah, we usually just kind of drive through, try and get it done. Get up there, and the nice thing about the diesel is we don't have to fill out much, So let's see.
Yeah, peanut butter
Here
and
in
jelly sandwiches.
yeah, North Carolina, deer season goes out tomorrow. I don't know what. Let's see. We got 27 people on now. Who's all hunting tomorrow? I wish we were,
Yeah.
man. But I'm obviously I'm glad just to be up here, but feels like forever. It's been a few days.
Hmm. Yeah, I could take a few more days up here. We had a
Yeah.
great day today. We
Yeah,
saw our
good.
friends up
Yep.
a ways away, but that's totally worth it because we don't get to see them very often, and they're always just really encouraging. And our friend Dean had just had surgery, so brought him some pizza. Hung
Yep.
out. Yeah, but I would love 1 or 2 more days to explore the property, and especially this weather because it's pretty mild. I mean, it's like what, in the 20s maybe, but it's pretty mild, and I feel like I could just walk around the property for hours, with that temperature.
Yes. David, good luck tomorrow. When you were talking, David, about your friend with the channel on the testing the new straight wall, are you talking about Gabe's channel where what was that round? Was it like a 400? 400? No, Michigan Lake. What the heck was
What
that
are you
called?
talking about?
Hell no, if we're talking about the same thing. It's called like the Lake Michigan cartridge or something. Okay, yeah. I'm connected with them on Facebook, and I saw the repercussions from those rounds. It looks very effective. It's awesome. 41 Great Lakes, yeah.
Oh, see, he knew what you were talking about.
Yeah. Old man in the shop, built, not bought. Yeah, good luck tomorrow. Oh, let's see. What else is new? Anything we should bring up about this past season, or
About this past year, or just hunting wise? Because we're going to be grandparents again. Just saying.
yes. So we have a grandson and same daughter, and Brian, son-in-law, that's been on the videos. Yeah, they're expecting a girl. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that.
We can't
So,
wait.
yeah.
It's truly like one of the biggest joys of our life. I mean, it really, really is being a grandparent, and they're good parents. Brian's a great dad. Like, he really is. He's a high quality person.
Yeah.
And Cheyenne's a great mom too.
Yep. Yeah, we're like in this grandparent stage.
Mm-hmm.
We love them kids more than our own kids.
Shh, they can watch this. Don't
I'm
tell.
kidding. Oh, I think that's about it. That's kind of what's been going on in our world and our life. We never did one of these live videos before, other than the one I did with Travis up in the stand. Oh,
That's funny. A little bit.
David, that blind is so scary.
I'm terrified that they even went in that. I can't believe it. And I'm not usually a person. I mean, I pretty much trust you completely, but
yeah, we're gonna have to either tear that blind down, or we're gonna have to give it some serious love this year.
How about just rebuild it?
Yeah. Okay. Well, everyone, thank you so much for all your awesome comments and the feedback with the whole Camp Benny channel.
And your support this whole year. It's awesome.
Yeah, I can't thank you enough. the whole Camp Benny thing just kind of started from, and it still is true today, that we capture in the hunts for our own benefit. My buddy Doug and I, every Thursday night, we'll watch Michigan Outdoors and we'll watch a couple of our old Camp Benny videos just to reminisce, bring back the memories of the hunts from the past. And I would never remember them in the amount of detail unless I filmed them. And so that's kind of the why or what all kind of started. But then it was really cool to find out that other people actually enjoyed watching them too. And, getting all the comments tonight and the feedback is just very special. Really appreciate it. Means a lot. Happy New Year to you all. Be safe. Yes.
Yeah.
Anything you want to share with that, or?
Yeah, I think it's true what Mike just said. Yeah, it's a great way to pass down to your family, and that's something that's really important to us. Now, if our kids choose not to hunt or whatever, that would be okay. But we definitely want to make it an environment that everyone in our family does enjoy hunting, and the girls and the boys, just in different amounts or different ways. But I think it's a really important thing to teach your kids, and it's even just preserving the land and being an ethical hunter. And so anyway, it's awesome to see all the support, and there are a few haters here and there, but I mean the Camp Benny following is pretty it's pretty devout, or whatever you want to say, and we just really, really appreciate that. And we feel supported in like our mission to pass it on to the next generation and to preserve the land and to teach our kids how to be ethical hunters.
Great point. Yeah, Brandon, we'll try and capture that on film when we redo that blind and the power lines there. That is a huge point you touched on. Let's all this year, try and look for ways that we can grow the hunting community. It's thankfully awesome folks like you. Your comments far outweigh the other ones that we get that are just, I think of just some quick ones that are just kind of ridiculous. Brian, he's all excited on the part 2 of the deer camp video. He's hunted his butt off so hard this year. And anybody that's hunted the UP knows that the buck that he shot is a nice one.
Yeah, I mean, it's the nicest buck he's ever shot.
It's the biggest buck of his life to date.
Yeah.
And even at home, it's a very respectable buck, but particularly in the UP, it's an older buck. It's a really nice buck. And so he's all excited. He's coming up to it. He's like, "Oh, it's a monster." And right away, somebody's got to leave a comment. That's not a monster. Like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just congratulate somebody and be happy for them? I don't know. I don't get it. But anyways,
people shouldn't have to justify their harvest. If you get a little doe and you're really proud of that, and it's a legal animal that you took ethically, everybody should be supporting that, because hunting is a dying thing. And especially as a female huntress, I feel very supported. And there are groups of strictly female hunters, so that we don't have to necessarily, compete with the guys or whatever. But it's a very, very supportive community, and it's really encouraging. And I want to see that across the board. We should be congratulating people no matter what they harvest. And if it's something that they took and they're happy with it, it's a trophy. If they think it's a monster buck, it's a monster buck. I mean, it's a monster to him. It's his. It's the biggest buck he's ever taken.
Yeah, I've said before, I'm not against APRs. I'm for that, and I think that people need to take those opinions though and deal with the legislatures and not go and bust other hunters' chops over it. It's just ridiculous. But so I know there's plenty of guys out there, hunters, that would love to get their wives into hunting. What kind of advice would you have for somebody that's just hoping to get their girlfriend or wife into hunting? I mean, you're not necessarily like diehard, but you like going out there,
Mhm.
you know.
I do. And like I said before, I wasn't raised in a hunting family. Nobody in my family hunts, none of my siblings or my parents. But what really sold me was, well, at first I thought, like, because we got married when we were very young, we were 19 and 20 years old. And I thought it'd be real cute and, like, oh, cute, I'm going to sit out there and, whatever. And the first few times I didn't like it all that much, really. Like, I was kind of like, this is super weird. And like, why are we putting dead animals on our wall and stuff, But one thing that really sold me was Ben always made it fun, like it, and he always accommodated me. And I know some guys think that's bullcrap, like I shouldn't have to accommodate my wife. But if she's like, you're already getting what you love to do, you're already doing what you love to do, and you're trying to convince her to also fall in love with this sport or this activity. So, you've always dragged my deer for me, and you've always, not that, I mean, I did plenty of things that were hard and difficult and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
you were always like super supportive, and it's like that camaraderie and that go-getter, like you can do it, and just carving out that time to help me practice and like really but doing it gently, with like giving me all the tools and all the support that I need, and then kind of weaning me off your help, and then helping me to do it independently, but not having any high hopes, or not, not trying to push me like too hard, like to do it your way. And so I've always felt supported, and I've always felt like it was a fun time, instead of, because I know it can get competitive, and you can get that drive where you're not really thinking about being more like tender with your wife, or more like gentle and helping, her. And also you always just make it fun, and you make it super adventurous. And it does help to have other females that hunt, and we have a few, but we don't have that many who hunt like the way that I do. And so I think that's a lot of it, is the camaraderie and the support. And I've never tried to be like put on, like, oh, I can do everything that a man can do. It's like we do this as a team, and we do this as something that we do together. And like, I also know that you have your own way as well. So I think just being supportive and being gentle about it, and being, making it really fun and appealing, and also accommodating any, like anything that you can. Like, I mean, I'm not a wimpy person. I'm a pretty strong person, and I can usually just like be down for whatever. But if you can do something that your wife likes already and incorporate that into the hunting, then, just maybe have them sit with you for one hunt when the weather's nice, or something like that. And when they see that snowfall the first time from that vantage point, they'll love it.
Yeah. So sometimes I feel like I create a monster.
That's true.
So you better be willing to give up some hunting time.
That's true.
But yeah, you've been an incredible support, big cheerleader for me. So well worth it. And I heard rumor you might be shooting another bear this fall. So
be awesome.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Or you'll do your part. We'll see if the bear do their part. But Happy New Year, Mike. Sorry that your deer season sucked. I had the best season probably of my life.
Mm-hmm.
But I also, I've had great seasons before, and I've had the next seasons be probably, like you said, they sucked. So just stay after it. That's all you can do, and it changes. Makes it easier buying a new rifle when wife understands the need for it. Yeah, right. Yeah. In fact, I think you need a new, was that a 360 buck hammer that Henry makes? I think
I don't even
You
know what
need
that
one of those
is.
for your bear hunt
There's
this
so
year.
many things that I need that I didn't even know. Oh, wait, who's
Yep.
that?
I'm not sure.
All right, who called me Aunt Amy? Who loves me? Because you know, if you're one of my nieces and nephews, I love you.
Yep. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us.
Oh,
Oh, Luke.
hi, Lucas.
Yeah. All right. Well, Luke, since you're on, I'm gonna
One of
put
my
you on
real
the spot.
favorites.
Luke, are you coming up to deer camp this fall? Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good deal.
All right, good. I think Ben Jr. will be up too, and he'll be able to hunt.
Yeah. Jason, we do both. All depends. Time and but yeah, we probably should do some processing videos. Great
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, we learned out in Wyoming. When I say we, I mean he learned when he got his mule deer, the processors were all closed. So we went out to the mountains and did an A to Z
Yeah.
ourselves.
Ordered 'em
Or,
up and-
I say ourselves, I meant himself.
Yeah. You guys have to dig out the outhouse. That's right. Yep. Camp initiation. It's a good thing to have a new guy in camp.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I don't ever have to dig out the outhouse. I don't ever have to go for the work weekend. Now, I'm not a princess. I'm not above doing work. I actually love physical work, but not the outhouse.
Think of all the fun you're missing out on.
Oh, I know. I'll just like haul the branches and stuff like that. And I'll make you guys food and stuff and drinks.
Yeah, I mean, Travis had the pleasure of cleaning the outhouse out with rubber gloves this year. And
He probably did it gladly too, didn't he?
Yeah, what happens across the bridge stays across the bridge, right?
I guess.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so we have tentative plans to go to Manitoba again
Yeah, so excited.
this year for bear hunting, fall bear hunt. Really stoked about that. And then this is probably the year where I get drawn for my Michigan elk tag. I think it's time. I've got 13 or 14 chances now. I mean, come on, it's time.
He told me he will cry and he'll scream like a fangirl if he gets picked. So I will record that and we will all watch it.
Yeah, there'll be no whispering in the woods for that. You will hear me yelling and screaming with excitement. Pitch. Let's see. Yeah. What is that? Happy New Year. Yeah, we're ready for next season already too. It was really just all the scouting we did today. I was ready to do it all over again. Hang all the pictures. Come on, they're level. It's the camera.
Yeah, they actually are. It is the camera. And bad news.
I'm more OCD.
That's what I was
than
gonna
that,
say.
yes.
Bad news. I'm broken that way. Like I don't notice details like he does. It's
That's
weird.
funny.
It's weird, but although I notice different, I have a different like I notice certain cleaning aspects that he doesn't, but yeah, he's more OCD about certain things. I'm more laid back mostly, except for when it comes to cleaning.
What do you want them like level with each other? The top going across, probably.
Oh.
I thought you meant like.
Yeah, I'm more artsy, so that doesn't bother me at all. That's really funny though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, unless there's any other questions or comments, I think be good to wrap up. What do you guys think of this live format? I thought this actually went pretty well for our
Mhm.
first one.
I think so.
Yeah, we don't want to keep anybody away from hanging out with their family and friends. But yeah, again, for 2024, maybe we could all make it our own personal mission to think about, if you have a deer camp, who can you get that's new to this whole thing, introduce and excited about it, and inspire them, lead them, get them excited about this, so that 10 or 20 years from now we aren't crying because we can't even hunt anymore.
And if your wives need encouragement or just whatever,
Yeah,
they can reach out to, or you can reach out to Camp Benny or whatever, and I'd be happy to chat with them, or
yeah.
I'm happy to chat with anyone.
Okay, everybody. Happy New Year. Thanks again for watching all the Camp Benny videos, all the love and comments and everything. It means a lot. Super appreciate it.
Mhm.
And everybody be safe tonight. I know we'll be safe
And
here
if
at deer camp.
If you're drinking, call a designated driver, please,
That's a fact.
please, or just sleep over.
Hunt Fish Family, yeah, go check out his channel. Great
Cool.
family inspiration right there.
Yeah. Yep. You can be feminine and still hunt.
That's right. Okay. Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah. Bye.
See you next year.
Happy New Year.
All right. God bless. Bye bye.